Hi guys, what is going on, and welcome to my first look at Blood Oath, When the Sword Rises. So I actually recently caught sight of this game on Steam and noticed they were hosting a demo event for the Steam Festival over the weekend. I thought, well, this kind of looks interesting, so got it downloaded and dived into some of the arcade battles over the weekend to kind of see what the game was all about. Now, obviously, the game is built to be a large-scale open-world MMO. It's going to feature things like a player-driven economy, large 1,000-player servers, crafting, resource gathering and more. And probably going to be the sort of most natural comparison is Life is Feudal, a game that had huge potential, but one that could just never quite get everything to all work together. Currently, the game is still in closed beta, and is really focusing on trying to develop the combat system before it really sort of gets stuck into some of the more MMO elements. And whilst there is still a lot of development to do and kind of areas to work on, the core combat actually feels pretty good. I like it. I like the pace, and it's hard to describe, but the weapons feel like they're actually genuinely heavy. Swinging a two-handed sword at speed felt like it carried a lot of inertia to it. So many combat games have them where, you just swing them around like a feather duster, but this feels sort of gritty and has a certain brutality to the heaviness and weight of the weapons, which I think is something that many games struggle to actually achieve, and something this game does pretty well. So this is probably a good opportunity to take a little bit of a look at the trailer, because it does a slightly better job of showing some of the more features that are currently available that we didn't get to test over the weekend, and a little bit more about the direction that the game is actually going to be going. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an initial impression of not only what the game is about, but also the current state of the game. So given that, what are the main areas that need improvement? Where does the game kind of fall down? I think one thing is kind of the fencing combat need a little bit of work. Whilst they're kind of easy to use and pick up for kind of a noob like me, they have a slightly too long cooldown between feint and block, and so they can be kind of easy for more experienced players to sort of pick up and punish. And yeah, it just seems like a little bit of a clunky system that probably needs a little bit more work. I'd also point out that the animations and character movement customizations feel not only really quite confusing to a new player, but really feel a little bit clunky to be able to use effectively. They give you like a really large range of what seemingly mostly very similar abilities that really give no indication of attack direction or sort of ability use. And I think sort of a more refined system could certainly be implemented here, which not only makes it clearer, but perhaps groups them more into attack direction, so you could have one left swing, one right swing, one overhead swing and one stab, would sort of certainly feel like a step in the right direction in my opinion. Also, a little bit more polishing on some of the hit animations. You know, things like I sometimes found that swinging a sword above a dead body would result in blood spewing from midair. Slightly comical, but probably not quite intended. And a few other little bits here and there that need a little bit more time to sort out. But the core concept feels good. To produce this game that is sort of a cross between Chivalry, Mordhau and Life is Feudal. Kind of a strange myriad of different features, but certainly one that feels fun. But anyway, I feel like I've waffled more than enough already. Certainly an interesting concept, and one I'm going to be keeping a bit of an eye on over sort of the next few months, see where it goes, and then see how it continues to develop over the next sort of year or two. But anyway, I shall just now leave you with a little bit of the combat. You can watch a little bit in peace, me doing badly trying to fight against enemy players in the arcade test.